Off the bar, I'm too persistent. Whipping comment, no cast. Get it on my own, no collab. But a bar with me, that's a body bag. Young people, we're telling them, see my man Lion Jazz back here with another reaction. Right now we got CHUNKZ talks weight loss with NELLA Rose and PINERO. Think twice. As for EP22, now once again, it's all about CHUNKZ. The world revolves around CHUNKZ.
If someone's comfortable,
we've not stopped hearing about this Dostilical weight loss, and it's just all dead, man. Like, nah, Jake. Shout out CHUNKZ, man. Shout out CHUNKZ, man. Shout out CHUNKZ, man. Shout out CHUNKZ, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out CHUNKZ, man. Shout out CHUNKZ, man. Because always when someone at a stage where CHUNKZ is blood, when they do something like that blood that impacts your life positively, blood, it impacts the other people that also watch you, whether it's people that are connected to you personally, blood, or people that just watch you from the internet or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because they're like, oh, one of my people that I watch, one of the people that I support, one of the people that I like, one of my idols, they're doing this, so oh, that's inspired me to, you know what I'm saying? Creates a good ripple effect in that blood, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to him, but let's get into it. Whoa. Relax. Relax. Relax.
Now, this round is called agree or disagree. Now, we're given a statement and we have 3 seconds to either agree or disagree.
We'll then discuss the question and then decide whether we want to keep our answers or change them.
The location of your holiday is determined by how good it will look on Instagram. Agree or disagree?
Oh, come on, man. So shallow, man.
Do you know what I highly disagree, yeah? Because Dubai looks very, very, very good on Instagram, but I didn't enjoy myself as much there as I did in other countries. Do you get it? So it's like, yeah, it's the most Instagrammable place in the world to some people, but when it comes to activities and actually having fun and stuff, I feel like you could do way more in Bali and Thailand.
I go to places for the historical landmarks and certain things. Honest, wallahi, bro. You see, when I was younger, history was my favourite subject, innit? Yeah. I used to love, like...
Never heard that, you know. It's actually interesting. I've never heard history being someone's favourite subject, like, ever. Everyone's always chatting about the history and geography and you just had to do it because you just had to do it. You have to choose one or the other, but actually liking it, never heard of that, blood. But it's understandable, though.
Bro, you see, when I was younger, history was my favourite subject, innit? I used to love, like,
it's high in that
certain stuff. So I remember when I went to Nottingham one time, yeah, the floor at Nottingham reminded me of, like, Oliver Twist in that time. It's clobber. You get me? Clobber brick and them thing there. So I love that stuff, you get me? I love the whole Oliver Twist.
I agree, because this is what I'm going to do. The reason why I say I agree...
Really?
Yeah, I agree, because a lot of people go to places, yeah, that they see everyone else going to, and we all...
I get where it's coming from, but you gotta stick to the question, though, fam, you know what I'm saying? And that's not the reason why, fam, you know what I'm saying?
It's a sheep thing.
It's a sheep thing, yeah.
Everyone go to Dubai when it was lockdown situation. I know brothers that had 6 bills in their squares, spent 4 bills on the ticket, 150 on spending money, and a £50 cab from each go to the yard. Nuts, bro. People's priorities are all of...
very, very, very specific.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about Hatia. I know you're talking about you. I'm joking. I know certain men, I swear, like priorities all over the place, and they're just doing it for Instagram.
Anyway, if I'm being honest though, yeah, like I feel like what CHUNKZ is saying in Roadman and terminology is very true.
Yeah.
If you think about it, yeah, like a lot of the things that we see online,
are
things that we feel like we need to chase. But then when you deep
sound effects.
Deep it,
and you think twice.
You need a pay rise. He needs a pay rise, guys. The question is, Sam, if you just say it for us, please.
The location of your holiday is determined by how good it will look on Instagram.
Exactly. In terms of generally, I agree.
Exactly. Yes, I agree as well.
I disagree.
Sorry, no, because
that happens. Sorry.
I speak German.
That's brazy. Yeah, that's brazy. That's very shallow, fam. But you know what I'm saying? You man do your thing.
So I'm gonna say agree on a general basis.
Yeah. I'm gonna agree on a basis of general.
There you go.
I disagree because I don't feel like people spend thousands of pounds just to look good on Instagram. The majority of the people that travel to enjoy themselves.
Like when CHUNKZ and Harry, brother, I get where they're coming from, but it's like they're trying to switch the question, blood. When you're booking your ticket to go where you need to go, is the first thought in your mind, oh, on IG when I take my pic posted up by such and such or this and this, but is it gonna look good? That's not in your head, bro. It's cause of certain factors, like your friends wanna go there or you always wanted to go there. It's a bucket list thing. You might have work, blood. Like, you know what I'm saying, blood? Like the thought of, oh, will this look good on my IG post? Will it get 1 million likes? And that's not in your head, bro. Like, come on now, man.
Experience new things.
Well,
I know HP and CHUNKZ ain't that shallow, man. It's like I feel like they're changing the question a bit, fam.
Like I said, I disagree with your statement, but I agree with answered the original question, and I think that's a wrap.
BS.
All right, guys, so this round is called Imagine
Imagine.
That. So we will be given some scenarios and we'd have to imagine ourselves and what we would do in that situation. Isn't that right, guys?
It's
I
right.
can't wait. I just want to imagine stuff today.
Yeah. Imagine this. Let's go.
Would you rather never listen to music again, never watch TV/streaming services again, or never go on YouTube again?
Never go on YouTube. But if I don't go on YouTube, then I can't upload my vids, blood. I'm like one of the top reactors in like the world right now, fam. So that's a bit hard. I would say that is it TV and what?
Music again, never watch TV/streaming services again.
TV/streaming services, 100% blood. Cause I watch them, I'll definitely miss out on a lot, I know. But music, essential. When I'm going out with my walks and that, fam, you know what I'm saying? When I'm going to meet the man, them blood, or just going to work, music's there. When I'm trying to work, get something done, fam, you know what I'm saying? Get music's there. When I'm playing a game that doesn't require audio sound like a gun game, music's there. Like, music is too essential for me not to have that. And YouTube, I watch YouTube, that's the most used app. Like, on my phone, blood, when you go on my phone and it's like daily usage, it'll be on like 13 hours and that, blood. But that's literally because like 12 of them hours was literally on YouTube and that, fam. Like, when I'm doing my work, I'll bang a podcast on and my phone's just in the corner like that, or I might fall asleep to a YouTube video, then the YouTube video might kind of continue, so it adds to the, you know what I mean, blood? So yeah, 100%, 100%.
Or never go on YouTube again.
Let me check now even. Screen time and
Wow.
Never watch TV/streaming services again.
Lion and Juice.
Never watch YouTube again. I'm joking. All jokes aside, the end of the Blind YouTube was so bad that I'm going to say never watch TV streaming or anything. Because you have to think about what you're doing more on a day-to-day basis. Just never watch YouTube again. That means we can't do our job.
We can be on TV then.
Yeah, the bread there is not as much as us. So what we're going to do is we're going to say,
right.
Yeah, music, in terms of let's be realistic now, I struggle during Ramadan. Obviously, I do it, but it's hard. You're the same. Remember, we were talking about it, bro. Obviously, me and HB in the car listening to Quran, that amazing, which I love. But then obviously, everyone's got their poison sometimes, you know what I mean? You want to listen to some music. And it was difficult to go through this month without listening to it. But for me, I'd say the TV streams thing, because I only watch when I have free time.
When you think about it, like YouTube and you know...
I can watch stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, channels like Foot Asylum and Foot Asylum and then also Foot Asylum.
Yeah, okay, so 4th June, 14 hours, 5th June, 8 hours, 6th June 12 hours, 7th June 5 hours, 8th June 8 hours, 9th June 7. But YouTube most used 21 hours in that, fam. You know what I'm saying? Out of the whole weekend thing, fam. From 4th till 10th, 21 hours on YouTube, 15 hours on Twitch, blood. And then Twitter, why is Twitter 4 hours, blood? What was I doing on Twitter, blood? No, yeah, but that's like the 4th till the 10th, fam. You know what I'm saying, blood? So that's what, 6 days, blood. So 6 days on Twitter. That's my top 3 apps, blood. You know what I'm saying? So it's understandable, blood. That's literally why I use my phone so much, because of YouTube and Twitch, fam. You know what I'm saying?
They create great content.
I'm too hot, man.
People like CHUNKZ, PINERO and NELLA, and I wouldn't want to not watch that. Then when I listen to musicians, I think about the Drakes, the Young Thugs, these amazing artists, the PINEROs, the retired CHUNKZ. The retired CHUNKZ.
But I don't feel like they should have put TV and streaming together though, because no one watches TV but Netflix.
You know, sister, it's T and Tamara, bro.
Man said Netflix, but Netflix is dry, blood. Listen, I didn't tell you, man, this YouTube, hopefully you man are not here, blood. You get me, but pop content. This is where I get all my ish from. Right here, blood. You get it, blood. Download it, fam. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want, blood. My TV shows and that, this is where I'm at, fam. You know what I'm saying? This is where I'm at. What am I even watching, blood? Queen of the South, watch One Division, SWAT, I've watched that. Yeah, Queen of the South. There's two ones that aren't here as well, blood, that I've watched, fam. In terms of the film section, Cold Film, Afroman, Jason Statham, using my top 3, Without Remorse, Cold. This tune with Angelina Jolie as well, Cold. What else I watch? Army of the Dead, I watched that the other day. Black Panther, obviously, Gentleman, Calm. I was gonna watch The Marksman as well, but I haven't got to it yet, fam. You know what I'm saying?
It's the same thing.
But don't watch this Netflix though. Don't use that as an example.
TV to watch.
Well, they do, but it's dead. You know what I'm saying?
Streaming or...
T and Tamira are 2 very different twins.
I'm going to say we'll cut off the streaming and the TV. Because TV, I don't watch TV too much anymore. It's actually bad for the brain. It's bad for the mind.
Yes. But YouTube's great for the mind.
No, YouTube's actually good for the mind. It actually cures the mind.
Do you know what's mad? Nowadays, I watch more like Netflix than YouTube.
Oh, okay. What's you saying?
Yeah, and I can't give up music.
Yeah, of course not.
So,
who's your favourite artist?
Favourite rapper is Megan and Biggie, but Biggie comes first though.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I've been used to be since I was 16.
Do you have Meg the Stallion knees?
Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras.
But yeah, I think obviously with music, like we all love music. So it's a great feeling. The feeling we get from it, listening to it, it's amazing.
It releases some serotonin.
Yeah, and then YouTube is arguably like, again, it's changed our lives. It's what we want to watch. We watch more than anything.
I don't want you.
I was speaking to me, CHUNKZ.
Yep, that's fine.
But then with the streaming stuff, yeah, I really love watching shows. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to compare the
Until Netflix gives me an originals, like a doc or something, then it's all right.
Really?
Until then, email me at chunksbusiness@gmail.com.
Get your money, sis.
And still have to reply to you as soon as possible.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna skate to streaming because YouTube and music is my everything.
All right, this round is called Deep It. Deep It! And as you guessed, we're going to be talking about the deeper issues in that stop. Yeah, we're going to be read out a statement and we have to discuss the situation. So let's get into it.
You said stop it like a dad.
Yeah, he's fucking childish.
Oh, God.
What do you mean, blood? Wasn't CHUNKZ ad-lipping man's statements just like a minute ago, blood? You know what I'm saying, blood?
Should there be a cap on how much unhealthy
snakes and that, snakes and jakes and that, Jake.
food a medically overweight person should buy?
Wait, what?
Be a cap on how much unhealthy
Put a cap.
Should there be a cap on how much unhealthy food a medically overweight person should buy?
No, because as a medically overweight person myself, get me out of this.
First of all, why going for the corner of the mall, blood? But L friends, man.
As a medically overweight person myself, get me out of this. There's a lot of fat shaming and fat phobic people around here.
I can't talk.
No, it's fine.
I can't talk.
Can you help?
Bro, you're slim now.
Yeah. I'm going to talk from my perspective because being a big boy myself.
Ex-big boy.
You tried to whine people, you didn't get it.
Being a big boy
you
myself.
didn't get it, you missed it.
Ex-big boy.
I was, no, an ex-big boy, but I still am a big boy. Before I was a big boy. And
you missed out another big though, but you're gone.
Fair play.
You two need to scrap.
There's times where I had no problem being the size I was, absolutely fine with it. There's times obviously where when it was becoming a hindrance, that's when, you know what I mean? So just the normal things of buying clothes, doing up too much stairs and feeling like man has done Mo Farah's sprint. So yeah, there's times where
That's what I'm saying though, blood, because I feel like when you get that big, bruv, as he said, blood, it becomes a hindrance. Like right now, blood, I'm skinny, blood. I want to obviously get bigger, blood, in terms of working out, but the motivation is just not there, blood. You know what I'm saying? I started working out at the start of lockdown, fam. You know what I'm saying? I was feeling good, fam. The pain wasn't the issue. I was going to bed, bruv. Muscles were aching, but you feel like, yo, man just did something, fam. You know what I'm saying? But I just got bored. I just have a short attention span, fam. You know what I'm saying, blood? So I was literally thinking like the only way I'd probably work out is if I got a wifey, blood. Because you know like how you always want to look good or the best you can for the person you're with. So I feel like if I got a wifey, fam, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the only thing that I can think of that can push me. But just off my own will, blood, it's just my attention span's too short, man. No cut, blood. Maybe after like, I don't know, tell the man them to start working out and then like push each other or something, blood. You know what I'm saying? Because I can go out, my stamina's an issue, 100%, blood. But that's not like, I can like try to get that better for me, you know what I'm saying? But clothes ain't an issue for me. I'm athletic, but it's my stamina that be, you know what I mean, putting a cap on that ish, fam, you know what I'm saying? So because life is kind of like normal, bruv, like I don't struggle with certain things like a person that's overweight kind of would, bruv. It's like the motivation and realization ain't really there for me to actually try put on weight and things. But I feel like putting on weight is a bit harder, especially me, bruv. Like I eat differently as well, fam. Like I eat a lot, blood. And I don't know, it all goes to my big toe, my head, I don't know, fam. Maybe the thing down there, you know, I don't know, blood.
I'm feeling like man has done Mo Farah's sprint. So yeah, there's times where I wouldn't want to be the big boy and there's times where I wouldn't care less.
Shoots as well, clothes.
Shoots, clothes, so man,
Like,
I remember I was going to Selfridges, I already said, trying to get some clothes and then they'll be like to me, I wouldn't have your size. I wouldn't, why don't I have my size? Instead of like me focusing on myself and saying, why don't I lose weight? You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's all about a mindset, like I said. If someone is comfortable in their skin, you cannot tell them to lose weight.
The thing is though, medically,
you know what I mean?
medically overweight is a
medically
different
overweight
thing,
is a thing where, look, if you see them at their medically overweight size and they're smiling, they're grinning and their mental is in a good way, you now telling them you're medically overweight, you're effing up their mental. If someone's comfortable in how they want to be and they end up dying because of it, they've died a happy person.
No, but that's the thing though. If that's your son, if it's close to you.
For me, it's all about,
Okay,
it's all about mindset. If you feel happy, look, say for example now they lose weight, but they're not mentally, they're not in the right place.
Deep that your happiness is affecting your health. With me, how I gain weight, yeah, I get depressed and then I eat to make me happy. So I'm eating a lot. I'm eating all my favorite food and it's making me happy instead of using it as like, using other outlets for, do you know what I mean? So I eat a lot. And I'm at my happiest because I'm eating whenever I want, whatever I want, all the foods that make me happy. But then I look in the mirror and I'm just like, wait, hold on a minute, I don't look good. And then it makes me feel sad. And then to suppress that sadness, I eat. Do you know what I mean? And then now, when you look at my family history, you got people that have diabetes, you got people that have high blood pressure. So I'm chilling, trying to deal with my stuff with food, but then you're looking at my family tree and you're like, no, you're actually killing yourself. Go lose weight.
I'm saying there's people now that will look at themselves in that mirror, the same mirror you look at and say, I don't like myself, and they'll grab their rolls and say, I love it. You know what I mean? Also now, I'm putting the flip side now, it's a thing where...
And Lizzo is the perfect person to advocate for that.
There's times where this big person will love themselves being big, they love it. One day, epiphany, wake up, they can't breathe, and they think, okay, cool, this is actually messing with man's health. So I also love that as well, because at the end of the day, I feel like no one should tell you to lose weight. You should lose weight when you feel like it's time to. When I was 12, 13, and my mum's constantly telling me, pray and that, yeah? Obviously, I felt bad because I should be praying or whatever, 15, 16, I should be praying. But I'm only gonna do it for the sake of her but I'm not doing it because I don't know the real reason of praying. Instead of her now trying to educate man and telling man why I should pray, she just told me pray and I pray.
That's why I think this question makes sense. But then now when I woke up randomly, I had an epiphany and I'm thinking,
you choose God for yourself.
And I chose it for myself, no one's gonna steer me away from my path because I'm now tunnel vision.
Facts.
It's the same with eating food. You can't force someone to do something.
But this is my point. He makes a good point though. He makes a good point as well. I get it. Well, it's just a thing where because it's such a life and death situation, you think should that choice be given to them? But at the end of the day, like he said, it is their life. And when he says it to the praying, like think about it with the praying or anything else without just being healthy. Like whatever you want to apply it to, blood, just apply it to that when someone told you in life, oh, do this, but you didn't want to do it because you didn't have the right mindset or you didn't want to do it. But then eventually you realize, oh, man, should actually do that now. Now you get me, blood. So he does make a good point. He does make a good point when he applies it to things like that. But, you know,
I'm in a hindrance on the person's health, bro. Like for example, if you was, let's say for example, like you was, things was affecting your health, you couldn't breathe, and you had to go to hospital.
But that's what I said.
Hold on, let me finish.
That's why I agree.
But that's my point. That's why I say to you, if it's medically overweight, if you're just overweight and like you said, you're enjoying yourself, this person's happy. Because in this life, bro, if God wants to make us go tomorrow, we'll go tomorrow. There's no time. There's no time.
A minute though. Hold up, let me get it started. BB with the problems, BB sagging, looking all retarded. Bitches summer, while them flying like a landing. Licking on my sticky, drippy.
Time limit on it. I'm saying if the person's happy, I would say, bro, this person's happy, he's enjoying himself. I can see that he's happy. If I can't see they're happy and they're medically overweight, I can see that it's causing them problems.
That's different.
Like, how many like fat people or people that are overweight do you see that are happy with their weight?
You do
things,
but society makes them feel like.
That's the thing, though. I've got a lot of friends.
Stretch marks.
But that's the thing. I've got a lot of friends here that were previously who were kind of big, and they didn't like how they felt, and that's the reason why they lost weight. It wasn't the man them getting onto them. It's the insecurities of knowing that everyone else is a certain size, and everyone and the girls that like you, like the girls that like certain guys, they're not going for the big guys. So that made them want to go.
Can I just say an example? You see African aunties, the way their bodies are, As an African auntie, having that African body is the norm.
See this section here? If it's not flabby in a bum bar, don't chef
cooking's dead.
Don't cook for me.
But now, like, that's what I'm saying. It depends on like your generation, your age, like kind of like your job and that. Because it's like now, if you're young and you're like an influencer and you're overweight, you're gonna get stick for having the same belly that someone else may have. Because it really just depends on your community and how they treat obesity.
But that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say to you. The man them, like, I've never ever gotten to my brethren and said, bruv, you need to go to the gym and lose weight, bro. It's not healthy. But if a doctor, but if the doctor, but that's okay.
That's not right. It's tough love.
I know, but then tough love only works for some people.
Yeah,
tough love
bro,
for me
man.
does not work at all. Because I swear to God, if someone comes to man on a tough love thing, I won't. I don't react well to that.
I'm the type of person,
I don't,
I
do you?
need,
Well,
I
do.
need tough love. I won't get up.
Don't tell me I'm fat and that. I ain't gonna listen.
Before Chunks
No, not fat, but like, don't you think we should go gym together?
That's tough love.
Nah, it'd be like, oh, Nella, you kind of fell off still. Like, what? You don't want to go gym with man today? Like, it's like,
That's not tough love.
It'll be like, you know, like, oh, do you want to go gym? Or, oh, do you want to do this? Or do you want to do that?
I'm talking
Oh, do you remember when you used to look like
what
this?
tough love is, yeah? When people wake up, like, you're fat, man. Come and go gym. That's tough love. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Work.
That's a lieutenant. That's you in the army. Wake up, you're fat.
Medically overweight means, bro.
It's in your genes.
It's a genetic thing, and it's going to get worse if you continue eating this way, bro.
Yeah.
If anyone, imagine you had a son, bro.
But thinking about it, tough love is just letting someone know about their reality, fam. You know what I'm saying? And just like, yo, you really need to switch things up right now, fam. You get me, blood? Like, that's just like, whether it's Nella's way or CHUNKZ's way, you're still telling someone that the average friend might not tell them, like, yo, I'm your best friend right now, let me chat to you heart to heart. Yo, listen, no matter how you say it, you get me, telling someone about their reality and that they need to change it, fam. That's tough love to me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hence the reason I said, to conclude, I don't want it to look like come across where I'm saying do what you want and that's be fine. What I'm saying to you is, you can be a bit bigger than someone, that's fine. You can be a bit smaller than someone, that's fine. But because someone's bigger, like, you shouldn't make them feel bad, because the actual concept of this whole thing is the fact that the bigger people or fatter people shouldn't be allowed to buy stuff they want to buy because it's going to make them bigger. I think that's taking a...
That is.
There's always better ways to go about a thing. Instead of now saying to them, you can't eat this, say why they shouldn't be eating this and what's the better alternative.
I think you're right. There needs to be leniency with that, because it's again,
people already do that, but it just depends on how they implement it, fam. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're big or whatever, or something, you know what I'm saying, you're unfit or whatever, it's not like you're just gonna go onto the internet and just search for, like, not everyone's just gonna go and just look for something that's gonna make the situation even worse, if you know what I mean, fam. If you want to change it, yeah, but if you're just comfortable or just kind of like accepting the position that you're in, you're not just gonna go look for something that's just gonna depress you even more, innit? So it depends on how they implicate it and how it's like done and that and how they execute it, blood.
You don't know where someone's
but that's already done though. That's already been done. There's millions of ways of where you can go to look on how to lose weight and why what you're doing is wrong and blah blah blah.
Someone's different to someone else's. So to deal with this situation the same for everyone isn't the right way, because they were like, you know, listen, tough love, you don't mind. I hate it. Don't give man tough love, because I feel like it's disrespectful. Really? I don't like it. Yeah. I prefer when someone comes to me and just talks to me with scientific evidence and says why this should do that. You know what I mean? Cool, I like that. Don't now think you can chat to man a certain way because I don't like it. I don't feel like you're going to be happy if you had 2 cardiac arrests because you've almost died due to being overweight. Of course you're not going to be. But I'm saying once it gets to that point, as in if you're close to that point, of course that's when now you need to change it up, and because at the end of the day you don't want to be selfish. You might be happy but your family's not happy, because at the end of the day, like, if you pass away and you're younger, the other son or you're their brother, you're not meant to die at that age, you know what I mean? So I completely understand where you're coming from, but also don't make it a thing where you have to force it on someone to look a certain way or be healthy. Like, you know what I mean? Because not everyone's healthy. So look, now, off of BMI now, we're talking BMI, bro. For me, I don't believe in it at all. It's bullshit for me, because at the end of the day, and you can say that I don't believe it because I'm overweight. Like, cool, fine. That's another reason why. But one of the main reasons being, bro, you're 6'3", you look healthy to me, mashallah, alhamdulillah, yeah? You're 14 stones or 14.5 stones, about 92 kilograms. At your height, they'll be telling you should be weighing 85. 100%. Don't tell man what I should weigh at, because I feel good at this weight. Now there's pressures in your head where, like, I'm overweight, I should get to 85. Don't feel like that. Look yourself in the mirror, you happy with yourself? Of course. Well, that's it then, bro.
Do you know why weight is techie, yeah?
Because it's techie because you can easily. Well, that's it then, bro.
Do you know why weight is...
Bro, I thought Nella was wearing a regular top, blood. What's with her and crop tops, blood? She really loves them, you know. Mad thing, bro.
Techie, yeah.
It's techie because
you can easily be like, oh yeah, this person's medically overweight, so we're gonna stop how much they eat. But then you can tell someone could be having serious issues with their lungs. You're not gonna stop how many cigarettes they're buying. Like, do you know what I mean? Someone could be like have serious issues with their liver. You're not gonna go to the shop and like try to police how much alcohol they're buying. But when it comes to obese people, you feel like you can talk to them anyhow. You can police them anyhow, and it's like, come on, G. Like,
This is proper deep convo, though, isn't it?
And that's why it's called deep here.
My favourite conversation.
I told you I wanted to go deeper and deeper and deep.
So for me, I feel like the top line would probably be no, because you don't know about someone's insides at the end of the day. But of course, if it's a thing where it's actually starting to play with your health and you're at risk of dying, of course, there's something that needs to be done about it. But they need to be lenient in the way they deal with people.
Oh, wow.
Don't just now randomly say, cut off. They should say, This is why it's cut off. These are the healthy alternatives. X, Y, Z. Let's try and help these people.
Wow.
And I think
Dr.
I feel
Shrunks,
like
ladies and
Dr.
gentlemen.
Shrunks,
Dr.
man.
Shrunks.
and there we have it. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you
That
click
notification bell, if you don't hear.
That bell. What's the sound when you hit it?
No.
Oh, you forgot the sound effect.
No.
You don't trust me.
I've got serious PTSD from this guy's farts.
Don't yourself.
Hold on.
Oh, off.
How do you just have it on set like
You're
that?
such a... Why are you getting up with us? You're such an animal.
Oh, that was a great shoot today, guys. Seriously, man.
There's a lot of air going on over there, guys. Peace up, man. I'm out.
You see with the Super League thing, yeah? Within a week.
Super League. This was filmed a while back. Super League. Mad thing, blood. Hope you man enjoyed that one, though. That was your boy man Line Jazz reacting to CHUNKZ talks weight loss with NELLA Rose and Hurricane. In a bit.
Bar after bar after bar after bar after bar, I'm too persistent with income and no cast. Get it on my own, no collab. But if a bar with me, that's a body bag. Your man's want smoke, then he leaves with a toe tag. Whole squad hit with a double mag Glock. Got left in the street and the body's getting chucked. Bullets with names and your shit's getting popped. Better be with me and the bag's getting cocked. Still gotta chase the bag, humble. Ain't gotta brag in the league on my own and my stats getting flagged. Hit me for the feet, got verses in stats. Come through like the queen, gotta pay that tax. Premium sir.